It's Thursday night here in Brokey. I'm your host, Ricky Drama, here on Channel 6 Grandpa. You know, we have the three brokest expat bloggers or YouTubers in 2026. They're in Cebu City. That, of course, is Ben in Cebu, Craig in Cebu, and A Life with Broke Joey, the new, know-it-all of the Philippine YouTube community. I mean, you got Ben in Cebu, where he came from mommy. He was a mom. He came from mommy's house in Oregon. Another whack job Oregon liberal. Okay, he ends up in Cebu, Cordova, Philippines, and of course he gets a girl pregnant, gets married, has a kid. Instead of doing the responsible thing, taking the kid back to mommy's house in Oregon, he's got to stay here in the Philippines. Now, he said he had a business idea. He's going to make millions of pesos, and it was completely transform his life. And he went to Mindanao, hung out with a water buffalo, and he said he's going to make all this money. And ends up he rents some broken down sorry store in Cordova, and he's like just starting out, and he's got some food there. He's got his kid, and he's going to start selling barbecue. And the lowest price red horses in Cebu at 125 pesos a bottle. I mean, we just got fucking nut jobs in this community, bro. Nut jobs. We got Craig in Cebu, who worked at the Trump Hotel in Atlantic City, Taj Mahal or whatever the hell it's called. We got he comes over here to the Philippines because obviously then he lived with mommy in South Florida, and he comes to the Philippines. And instead of fulfilling his dreams and aspirations, 2 years ago when he came over here, he said he was broke, he had no money. Now, within that time, all of a sudden he owns multiple businesses, with an unlimited income stream. But somehow, some way, Craig in Cebu, still in the same broken down hotel in Cebu City, still going to the same, food courts, and has absolutely nothing going on. I mean, when Craig in Cebu's doing a video about me and talking about my 5-star lifestyle, his perspective of great food, great entertainment is going to Buffalo Brad's every day and getting a hot dog or buffalo wings or a hamburger. I mean, Buffalo Brad's is his cheesecake factory. Craig in Cebu, complete nut job. And finally, we got the Life with Joey, another nut job, military veteran living in a fan room 2 hours north of Cebu. Now, just because he dated a couple single moms that probably worked at the factory and they were like all washed up, and he ended up with all this, cynicism, and he can't afford to go anywhere else. Can't afford to travel anywhere. Can't afford to do anything in the Philippines. Can't afford to travel outside the country. All he does is run his big fat mouth from his fan room, telling us how great he is and how we all suck in the Philippine YouTube community. That's what we have. A bunch of nut job, broke asses that can't afford to do anything, can't afford to go anywhere, and are completely irresponsible. They don't have anything going on in their lives, and they're the worst. They're absolutely the worst of what America has to offer here in the Philippines. 3 nut jobs that no one should be dating, no one should be marrying, no one should be having a kid with, but yet where they're here, and unfortunately we have to deal with Craig in Cebu, Ben in Cebu, and A Life with Joey. A bunch of fucking losers. Just more losers, bro, and now we're winning!